Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, the Demon Slayer 33, and I'm here with Shy Horoscopes for July the 28th, which was yesterday, through August the 4th, okay, so let's begin. For the week of July the 28th through August the 4th, be sure to read your rising sign as well. So if you have Aries anywhere in your chart, this is your horoscope. The full moon in Aquarius is often when Aries will receive rewards and accolades for what they have accomplished. Like a spotlight shining upon you from above, it can feel as if you are being seen and acknowledged as you see the results for efforts you have been making. Aquarius is also a sign of freedom, and even the smallest of change and shifts in awareness that proceed from the full moon can feel a bit like freedom and release. The chains fall away and you are given the key to the cell of your own making. Embrace it, even if it does feel vaguely risky to go off road. The full moon is showing you pieces of your life from another perspective. And by doing so, it is also showing that you don't necessarily have to keep doing things the way you always have in the past. There may be some better alternatives. So pay attention to what you are being shown this week. For Aries, the full moon in Aquarius is about the fulfillment of your hopes and dreams. And whether you receive rewards and confirmations or being shown alternatives, it is all in service towards achieving your heartfelt aspirations. Okay, if y'all have Taurus anywhere in y'all chart, this is y'all horoscope. Normally, the full moon in Aquarius is a time of the year for Taurus to shine and perhaps even receive rewards and recognition for a job well done. It can also show you what can happen if you make too many promises, take on too much, or say yes to everyone. These are some of the natural consequences of having Jupiter frenzy your sign. Jupiter raises your expectations of yourself and fills you with such a feeling of optimistic that makes it difficult to say no. But as you stand here at the full moon and in the midst of the retrograde phase of Venus, you are given an opportunity now to look at your commitments with a more objective eye. Is this what you had hoped for, question mark? Or are you suffering from the too much, question mark? And if you are feeling overwhelmed or overcommitted, where can you cut back, question mark? You might not want to make definite decisions quite yet, but do pay attention to what is being revealed and how you feel around this full moon coming up. Another thing that Jupiter can bring at a frenzy your sign is a greater appreciation for your own freedom. For one thing that you likely will probably not want to do is to compromise your freedom and own unique vision even for the sake of greater precise or recognition. If y'all have Geminis in y'all chart, this is for y'all. Super full moons are illuminating in more ways than one. And this one on August the 1st in particular can help you to gain a higher vantage in order to see things even more clearly. Like standing on the peak of a mountain, you have reached a pinnacle in your life, allowing you to look back from where you came and to see the paths unfolding before you. Within the light of the full moon on August the 1st, if you find that you seem to have if you find that you seem to have got off course, this can be an opportunity to get yourself back on track that you intended to be on. Another advantage to getting a higher perspective is that it can help to clarify your ideas. And this will be important for due to a Mercury Saturn opposition. You are likely to see some of those ideas being challenged. If your ideas are sound, they will be able to stand up against even the most rigorous challenges. But also know that the Mercury Saturn frenzy give you permission to say no more and back off from conflict. Do be willing to see things from another's point of view, but you will not want to compromise your principles. There are points where you need to draw the line in the sand. If y'all have Cancerians in y'all chart, this for y'all. Full moons can be both revelatory and insightful. Things come to light in extraordinary ways, and the upcoming super full moon on August the 1st will certainly be no less. Both deep and yet illuminating, things previously hidden can be unearthed, and as pieces of our lives are brought to the surface, they bring with them all of their associated feelings, yearnings, and perhaps even a few dreads. That can include things that you might want to release, such as old debts and even habits around even habits and cravings that are no longer serving you. But what can also arise are the tools that can help you to organize, make sense of, and enable you to take hold of the reins of your life. From the more practical to the more nostalgic, the full moon in Aquarius is both healing and practical. That can be anything from how well you have managed to invest your resources to how well you are managing psychologically. One thing that can be more obvious are the things that you do have control over, and those that you simply do not. Let go of the latter and focus on the former, and you will ride the full moon like a gentle wave coming in for a landing. If y'all have Leos in y'all charts, this for y'all. If your birthday falls on or around the full moon on August the 1st, you'll be all the more likely to feel the super moon, which can bring things to some sort of climax. Astrology, birthdays are seen as new beginnings this year, a time of renewal. But when a full moon falls on or near your birthday, the new beginnings may require you to tie up some loose ends first or bring an old order to a final conclusion. This can be a good thing, like finally ending a dry spell in your life, opening up all sorts of doors as a consequence. And for all Leos, the full moon emphasizes once again how important it is to be true to yourself, regardless of the expectations of others. This means living a life in conformity with your own unique vision, to just be you. Aquarius is your relationship sign, so don't be surprised if you make an important connection or declarations are made. The full moon in Aquarius reveals secrets and declares the truth. All of our emotions are brought to the surface at the full moon, all the more so for Leo when the full moon is in Aquarius. If you have Virgos in your chart, this for you. In the midst of delays, a week of hard work, or perhaps a sense of utter exhaustion and unwelcome interruptions, there is a full moon in Aquarius, illuminating, distracting, and perhaps even a little exhilarating. The super full moon on August the 1st is unlikely to go unnoticed. A little larger than life. Super moons not only look a bit larger than usual, they also feel a little larger than life. For Virgo, the full moon in Aquarius can make you aware of something about your health, your diet, your lifestyle, and habits, as well as any work habits or situations. If some sort of issue is revealed, the big question will likely be, what are you really able to do about it? Question mark. And if there is nothing to be done about your current circumstances, what can you change in your perspective in order to be able to adapt psychologically? Question mark. And if there is something that you can do, what might your next step be to ameliorate your situation? Question mark. The one thing you don't want to do is to ignore what is being brought to light at the full moon, for that is where your attention is needing to be. If y'all have Libras in y'all chart, this for you. In light of the retrograde phase of Venus, it's important for Librans to come to terms with what you want. Libras is adapt essentially fulfilling the needs of others. But if you were to stop and ask yourself, what are the things that you want, what makes you happy, and fills your heart with joy, what might that be? Question mark. The full moon on August the 1st is shining a light on those things in your life that truly brings you joy and happiness. Those things that make your life fuller and more worthwhile. When the moon is full, we wear our hearts on our sleeves. Therefore, this is when you are more likely to proclaim your feelings and to discover how others feel about you. That was a sign right there when my phone lighted up. And to discover something regarding rain. And to discover how others feel about you. What are you going to do about this in light of the retrograde phase of Venus is another story altogether. But the awareness of your true feelings is the first step of your retrograde journey, and the full moon can help you to be aware of that. The full moon in Aquarius is also when Libra is most likely to shine each year. There's an openness to full moons, and this moon is especially so. Revealing, rewarding, disclosing, and fulfilling. Be prepared to bask in the light of the full moon this week. If you have Scorpios in your chart, it's for you. There can be a feeling of vulnerability for Scorpio when the moon is full and in Aquarius. It could feel as if all of your feelings and secrets from the past are being exposed and laid bare for all to see. Scorpio has a remarkable capacity to at least appear composed on the outside, but this moon has a greater capacity to bring all sorts of feelings and memories to the surface. It can also present as something of a dilemma as you struggle to weigh the completing obligations between your personal life and your more public life and responsibilities, both of which are important, but one may be taking up more space at the expense of the other, and you may find yourself overwhelmed trying to sort things out. You may decide that you need to spend more time at home, nurturing relationships, and shoring up your support systems. It could also feel as if you are standing at a crossroads. Because emotions are often on the surface during full moons, it is best to see what is coming to light first. And once you process any new information, then you can sort out the various threads and priorities of your life. If you have Sagittarius in a way in your chart, this for you. What ideas about yourself, what you do, what you believe, or you still holding on to, even if they may no longer be valid for who you are and where you are now, question mark. What more do you need or want to learn about a certain subject in order to be more informed, question mark. What skills might you want to further enhance, question mark. You may not be able to pursue these right away, but what you are being shown now could give you clues as to what you might want to pursue further down the roads. Things emerge during full moons. Things can be disclosed that you had not previously realized, or perhaps you disclose things yourself, unable to hold them any longer. And although full moons can be illuminating, they can also sometimes feel overwhelming. They can also bring a bit of commotion in and around your immediate environment, leading to detours and distractions. But perhaps most importantly, within the aegis of the full moon on August the 1st, you can also give in permission to change your mind and point of view. Be prepared for a change of heart. If you have Capricorns anywhere in your chart, it's for you. Full moons bring culminations in our lives, and this one may find you facing a conundrum or ruminating on a problem that's been simmering on the back burner. Know that even if you receive some difficult news, try not to derail on it too much. Even if a solution may not be forthcoming right away, know that any problem that arises now or to show you something that can and will find resolution once you are willing to step back, revise, and reevaluate. Whatever you do, do not allow it to sow self-doubts and self-recrimination. For some, the full moon will be shining a light on situations concerning money and personal property, but it can also challenge your personal self-esteem and self-worth. The more secure you are, the better you will be able to weather this super moon and its accompanying Mercury Saturn opposition. Rather ask yourself, how can you further increase your self-worth, make yourself and your life more stable and more sustainable, question mark. How can you make yourself less reliant on the approval of others, question mark, rather than focusing on what others are saying or despairing of what you don't have. Sow seeds of abundance, reminding yourself each day this week of all that you do have achieved and received in the past, and will do so as well in the future. Okay? If you have Aquarius anywhere in your chart, this is for you. The full moon in Aquarius falls at 9-degree Aquarius and will most affect those who have their sun, moon, or ascendant, which is the rising, at or around this degree, or born between the 26th of January and the 2nd of February. However, all Aquarians will find themselves basking under the illumination of this spectacular super full moon. All the more so because so many Aquarians have been at some critical crossroads in their lives for the past 18 months, which could feel as if you were on the edge of something incredible about to happen. Pay attention to what is coming to light about yourself that you may not have previously seen or realized. It could even change the way you see yourself. It can also help you to objectively see the direction you are heading in, if you were to stay the course. At the full moon in Aquarius, it can feel a bit like you are being given a higher perspective, allowing you to see the results of certain causes previously set in motion. from where you now stand. How do you feel about the results? Question mark. Are they bringing you where you intended to go? Question mark. And are these any adjustments that you might want to make now? Question mark. If you have Pisces in your chart, this is for you. Many things can and probably will be revealed in the light of the full moon on August the 1st. Even things that were previously hidden, lost, or forgotten. Even things that were deliberately hidden and kept from you. As a result of what is being revealed, you may see things in a different light, allowing you to make better and more informed decisions. And this is even if it's not necessarily what you wanted to know or see. Old memories can come to the surface, especially those that were emotionally laden. As a result, you could come to a realization about how you may be undermining your own efforts, or what you may have been refusing to see. The full moon is shining a light on your own subconscious mind, the past, what is hidden, and what is secret. But do not be dismayed by what is coming forth, for guidance is also available, along with a deeper understanding of the complex workings of the mind and heart. Okay? So that's your horoscopes from yesterday until the 4th, okay, which is my survivor birthday day. Okay, and I'm gonna do an Aquarius full moon right quick. Peace.